You guys were so patient, so now I'm ready to show you my makeup tutorial. First thing you want to do is take really good care of your skin. If you don't know where to start with skincare like I did, I'm 37 and I've never done like a skincare routine, this is the perfect starter kit. I actually love this gift set so much that I went ahead and bought all full size of the products for me, and this is actually a gift for someone else. Once you've learned how to take care of your skin, I like to start with a color correcting primer. This should smooth out all of the texture on your skin a little bit. Then I'm going to go in with a Power Grip primer. This is what makes your makeup stick to wherever you put it. And you're going to let this set up for about 30 seconds to a minute. It will say on the packaging what to do. And for good measure, I'm going to put just a little bit on my eyelashes or on my eyelids. My makeup brushes are dirty, but mind your business. And with my foundation of choice, this is a full coverage. I'm using one singular pump. And at first, I'm going to stipple it in, and then I'm going to go back and do a brushing motion. I have a lot of red undertones in my skin, on my face specifically. So this layering method I'm going to teach you that I learned from another creator that I'll tag below is going to make all the difference, especially when you're taking pictures. Notice how I'm trying to skip my under eye and my eyelid area because we're going to do that for later. Now we're going to do a little bit of concealer, which I never did before until I started doing this makeup method. I prefer a more natural look, but I do want it to be noticeable. Use a brush like this to blend this in. We're just going to tap, we're not going to wipe because this needs to stay exactly where I put it, and wiping it will move it around. And with my liquid contour, a huge mistake that I was making because I love such a natural look is I was over blending. So you couldn't really tell the difference between where I had contour or blush or foundation or concealer because I was over blending everything. It's gonna start to look a little weird. Hang in there with me. Now I'm gonna do my liquid blush. This is very pigmented, so I just use a tiny bit. For a brush. Again, we're not wiping because we don't want to move it. We're gonna stipple. And go stop when you get to about right here. After you get some practice, you can do a little blush on your nose or a little bit on your chin. Some people put a little bit on their temples just to kind of make it so that it's not one uniform color up there. You're a little worried. I understand. You're fine. Don't panic yet. Now I'm going to use the Infallible Blurfection by L'Oreal Paris. I've also used an e.l.f. loose powder, but this really is very good. And I'm going to put this with my little cushion. It's got makeup on it. Tap the extra off wherever I put my concealer, the light concealer color. And as you're practicing, go ahead and be liberal with it because that's how you learn the balance between too much and not enough. If you finish the look when you're practicing and you're like, oh, that's too much, well, now you know next time where to back off and where to do a little bit less. But I promise you, just hang in there with me. Now I'm going to go in with a powder bronzer. This is the wrong color for me, so I'm going to use a very, very tiny bit. Just the tiniest amount because it's the wrong color, but I already bought it. Are you trusting me? I feel like you're not trusting me. Then we're gonna go in with, you guessed it, powder blush. And we're stippling and we're stippling. I'm gonna do a little on my nose just for fun. I'm gonna let this just sit here. There's nothing wrong with it. It ain't hurting nobody. And I'm gonna take my other fluffy eye brush. And because it's daytime, I'm going to go with a really light color. You can also use the bronzer or the powdered bronzer or the powdered blush that you picked. But I'm just going to go in with this really light color here. Smear it all over the lid. And I'm going to take the one that looks like this. And I'm going to pack on a little bit of the darker color. Tap it off. And I'm just going to stamp it gently. This eye is always hard to do. On the eyelid. If you did want to wear eyeliner, this is when you would do it. We have so much makeup all over our eyebrows, we're just gonna clean them up a little bit with a little bit of brow stuff. I don't know, it's e.l.f. brand. Put them where they're supposed to be and make them a little bit darker. It's very technical. You might be feeling a little bit concerned. Where are you going with this? We're gonna go back with our Blurfection powder and a big fluffy brush. It's also called a kabuki brush, but it's just a really big fluffy one will do. And we're just gonna kind of blend everything a little tiny bit. Now, after you do this a couple times, because you're blending different colors together, this will get very dirty. So you're gonna wanna make sure that this brush in particular is very clean. Otherwise, you'll all end up one color. And if you're like me, that color would be orange. We're gonna use setting spray. I misunderstood. Setting spray actually just blends everything together. It doesn't set shit. So we're gonna do a Power Grip setting spray. So this actually makes it stay where it's supposed to be. I'm addicted to my Falscara lashes, so I'm gonna put these on and I'll be right back. And the thing that makes these Falscara lashes last 2 or 3 weeks is this overnighter serum that you have to buy separately. Just reapply it every like 3 or 4 days, or if somebody's feeling a little bit loose. And that is how I do my makeup tutorial. How's that?